Welcome everyone into the virtual Talladega Superspeedway for the PGR eSports Intimidator Superspeedway Series. But this week we are racing for a cause as longtime community member Danny Barnes' son lost his house and his belongings in a house fire this past week. So we want to definitely be racing here and doing this broadcast with some heavy hearts as we always look to take care of our community members here at PGR eSports. Tonight, all the drivers in the field, close to 40, have all donated either to the GoFundMe or to PGR eSports, who will send a big donation later here tonight, and or Danny Barnes himself. All proceeds go to helping Danny Barnes, his son, with his house fire. So we appreciate you all here tonight, and those that could not make it as well that did send in donations, as all these cars on the grid racing for something bigger than money here tonight. And while we are in the 1987s, something we do about once a quarter here in PGR, so it's going to be a fun race here tonight for 50 laps. And typo there, not 1100% fuel. That's going to be 100% fuel. 2 tire sets, no fast repair here tonight. Fixed setups, 3 green-white checkers. As the cars begin to roll off pit lane, we'll bring up that starting grid here tonight. And on the pole position, that'll be Wyatt Gray. Wyatt Gray, Tyler Vickery will start outside pole. Nathan Harper start third. Cody Nichols in fourth. Casey Sprinkle fifth. Garrett Caswell in sixth. Malik Ray seventh. David Flanagan in eighth. Axel Smith ninth. And Zakara Cartledge will start in 10th. Trevor Ashburnoff will start in 11th. Austin Johnson 12th. Brian Hennings 13th. Steve Sizemore 14th. Tim White 15th. Hunter Hastings 16th. Jared Haynes 17th. Chase Mistretta in 18th. In 19th will be Terry Wilson. Jeremy Osborne will start 20th. Michael Wingo 21st. Scott Hodge 22nd. Daniel Falkingham 23rd. Dylan Jones 24th. John Ward 25th. Evan Carlbon will not be in the race. Neither will I, so we could skip 26th and 27th. Sterling Thies will start 28th. Josh McCullough 29th. Heath Jobe 30th. Brock Westerman 31st. Chris McCullough 32nd. Kenny McCullough Jr. 33rd. Danny Barnes 34th. Mark Vandell 35th. Matt Worrell in 36th. And James Wagner in 37th. So that's your starting grid here tonight for this benefit race. And we'll get that ticker here brought up on the screen. And on your screen there in the bottom left-hand portion of the screen, that's the GoFundMe link. So if you are watching tonight's broadcast, go to GoFundMe.com/E689DDFD. And that'll bring up the link for the GoFundMe. And you can donate directly on that GoFundMe. And here in a little bit, when we get our first yellow of the night, I'll be sure to put that up on the screen. And we can see how much money is already raised and what the goal is, so we can help Danny Barnes' son as we get set to go green here on a special Thursday night. The PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series about to get underway as Wyatt Gray, Tyler Vickery come to the Geico restart zone. And the green flag set to wave here on a Thursday night. Back here live after lap number 1 in the books. Wyatt Gray still leads it here in the benefit race for Danny Barnes' son. A big race here tonight. We got 3 wide already. Somebody up into the wall. These 1987s looking racy here early. Here comes the 32 of Nathan Harper, breathing down the back of Gray here in the 28. Here on the top side, Nathan Harper, Cody Niegels looking to make some moves down to the bottom of the racetrack. And very, very interested to see tonight how these guys in a car we don't often use, and there goes the 3. The 3 is going to save it. What a save there. Not sure who that is. We'll have to find out. Hard to tell. Everybody in different paint schemes than normal, so excuse me here tonight if I make some mistakes. Kenny Real, Devin Ray in the chat, Susan Cartledge as well. Nice for you guys to join us here tonight. And we do have that GoFundMe link here in the bottom left-hand portion of your screen. We'll have it there all night long. This is an official PGR race, although it's a benefit race here tonight. There will be payouts here tonight. First place will get $100. That's going to come from the PGR eSports Fund, the PGR R&R Fund. Second place, third place will get free entries into the SummerSlam at $4.99, and that will come as well from the PGR R&R Fund. Fourth and fifth place was donated, $30, so we're going to split that up, 15 and 15 to fourth and fifth. And James Wagner, Roughneck Racing, donated $50 here tonight. So after the race, anyone sixth on back, we are going to spin a wheel. So somebody's going to take home $50 here tonight. So all the money given out for free and all the donations. As we have our first wreck here on the track, right here, caution is out. It looks like maybe Brian Henning's involved. As the yellow is out. Ooh, a big wreck after the yellow flag. Falkingham involved. It looks like Brian Henning's involved as well. As we back this one up. And your first caution here of tonight's race. Henning's there in the number 74. Daniel Falkingham, I believe in the 28, or no, in the 39. And we'll get a good view. It looked like some net code. 39 to the 28. Not quite sure. That was weird. And Henning's kind of just self-spun. You see him all out of control. He's going to come back up the track. Yeah, he's going to take damage there. There goes his back bumper. Astronaut's right behind. And he just self-spins. Falkingham goes down to avoid it, and Hennings comes right down the track. I think Brian Hennings lost control of his car there. And that creates the caution here. Falkingham back up here onto the track. Somebody's going to come in and wipe someone out. And we'll keep an eye on that right here. Somebody comes flying in. I believe it was the 3 car. We'll see if we get that here from our vantage point. I think you're going to see it right here. Here's the 3. Yeah, the 3 car right there. Tags Falkingham. And here comes the 3. We'll see if we can figure out who this is. No. Yeah, he's just going to wipe Falkingham out there. Arca brake here after the yellow came out. And not quite sure who that is. Like I said, apologies. No names here on the cars. Not used to running this car here tonight, so some of this is going to take some time to kind of figure out. But nonetheless, first caution here of the night. Wyatt Grade still leads Cody Niegels, Axel Smith, David Flanagan, and I believe we had a pronunciation here somewhere up in the chat. Yeah, we do. Zachariah, if that's pronounced right. Zachariah Cartledge. So currently top 5. Good to see him out here on the track this week. As we are pacing for the first time, we will go around at least one more time here. We'll hopefully get a word after the race with Danny Barnes, and he could talk to us a little bit about what had happened with his son's house. And while we have a second, we'll try to bring up that GoFundMe here and get it up there on your screen. So as of right now, We have $1,640 raised. The goal is $8,000. 43 donations in, and we're going to have a big donation here tonight on behalf of PGR eSports and all the drivers that donated directly to PGR here tonight, and there was quite a few of them. Everyone in tonight's race has donated to Danny Barnes himself and or the GoFundMe or here at PGR eSports. So every driver has lent a hand here tonight. So we want to thank every single driver that has come out to show support here for the tragic events. And his house caught fire in a spontaneous event while he was not home on June the 14th. He lost 3 fur babies that were his world, as well as everything else he had. And, yeah, that's a sad story right there, obviously. Losing animals, losing also every belonging. And you can see the picture right there. And, oh, wow. It's just, here's pictures of the dogs. And, I mean, just heartbreaking for sure to see these photos, and not something you wish upon your worst enemy. Can't even imagine it happen myself. So, well, we're here to raise some funds for this cause here tonight, and thank everyone for coming out and racing here at PGR eSports tonight. Well, we're set to go back racing here. This will be the second restart of tonight's race, as Cody Niegels, Wyatt Gray, they'll lead us down this time by, and right behind them, Axel Smith, Flanagan, Cartledge, your top 5. Harper, Mistretta, Vickery, Thies, and Westmoreland, your top 10. So here we go into the restart zone again, and green flag back into the air here at Talladega Superspeedway. 2.66 miles around the racetrack. High banking in both sets of turns here, and you see that banking right here is these 1987s, these old cars looking good here on the racetrack tonight. And we'll get through the field here tonight and make sure we thank every single driver and get through that field. Cody Niegels gonna look 3 wide on Smith. Cody Niegels in the number 6. He slides right in front of Axel Smith this time. And that's 6 looking to get to the top of the pylon tonight. And Ty Garrett Maines is the winningest driver in PGR history. And that would be this man right here, Cody Niegels out of Rolla, Missouri. And he is chasing that elusive win. Ty Garrett Maines. We'll see if he can get the job done here tonight. Looking good early, but long way to go. Garrett Caswell on the field. He was actually that number 3 car involved earlier. Some cars off the track, I believe James Wagner, Tim White, Scott Hodge, and John Ward. I'm not sure a few of them didn't make the field here tonight, but donations nonetheless. Here's Garrett Caswell in 31st. Mark Vondell, thank you for your donation, bud. 30th here right now in the Pabst Blue Ribbon, 59. Austin Johnson coming down for service. Appreciate you as well. Terry Wilson sporting the number 3 Good Wrench tonight. Michael Wingo. Very much appreciated donation from Michael Wingo as he's sporting the 01 Sim Magic machine here. Casey Sprinkle a little bit farther up. He is in 26th. Brian Hennings right in front of him. We saw him involved in that first wreck. Man, they're using underneath the apron. Brian Hennings in the 74 Kodiak Pontiac. Kenny McCullough Jr. right in front of him, as is Matt Worrell. Hunter Hastings in 21st. Josh McCullough right now sitting in 20th position. Heath Job, he has led the charge this week on sporting. Ooh, we got a car up the track. We might see a yellow. We do. Heath Job. We got Daniel Falkingham trying to make his way back up to the field. Jeremy Osborne in the race here tonight. And that's Malik Ray. Wow, Malik Ray, a heavy wreck. And that most likely will end the night of Malik Ray. We talked about Cartledge earlier. He has fallen back. Might have been involved in that as well. Jeremy Osborne here out on track, supporting the cause as well tonight. Brock Westmoreland of Team PGR. You got Chris McCullough, Dylan Jones in the field. Steve Sizemore, nice contribution out of Steve Sizemore, as always, one of the nicest guys here in the community. Jared Haynes of the Jack Shack. Wouldn't miss this one. Sterling Thess as well. Nathan Harper out here in the number 32. Tyler Vickery in the number 7. Actually, sorry, 124 here tonight. Wyatt Gray. Chase Mistretta made it out. He is currently in the 5th place position. Trevin Ashronoff of the Jack Shack in 4th. Cody Neagles 3rd. And at top of the board right now, Axel Smith, David Flanagan, as they're going to wait for the pace car. And that's why you see all these cars right now waiting for the pace car. Just 11 of 50 into tonight's race. And we will see some pit stops here. I think we're going to see some tires. These guys only have 2 sets of tires here tonight, 100% fuel, so fuel will not be an issue. Remember the GoFundMe link for the cause here in the bottom left-hand portion of your screen. Next week, PGR eSports will head to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Actually, now the Echo Motorsports Park, something like that. And that'll coincide with the real-life race at Atlanta. So that'll be pretty cool. It's slated to be in the Gen 6, so something we haven't done yet here. It should be very interesting. Really a driver's race next Thursday night. Schedule being worked on for quarter number 3. And still unknown if we're going to race on July the 3rd. It'll be a kind of right around the holiday there. So we might move that race up to Monday night. Could be the old school 400. We shall see. No news on that just yet. I know Matthew Baker kind of trying to rally the troops for the old school 400. And we're going to go back to the caution flag. And no, we didn't really look at that one so much to see exactly what happened here on the racetrack. Let's see if I could bring that up. It's kind of way up here now. That's going to be hard to track that one down, but see if we have it here. I'm not quite sure if we will, but we can certainly try. And I think this is what we're looking at here. Yeah, Cartledge here, he lost it. The 16 is going to lose it there, middle of the racetrack. And he's going to self-spin just as Hennings did earlier. And I believe, ooh, he might not even been the reason for the caution. We'll find out. Actually, I think so. He's going to come back up onto the racetrack, and that's going to be unsafe for the drivers oncoming. So the caution did fly here for the 16 of Cartledge. He's heavy on the brakes. So doing a great job there, getting that 16 machine slowed way down. So no harm, no foul to any of the cars there, but that was the cause of the second yellow here tonight. We'll go green next time by. Gray still up front. Axel Smith side by side with him. Ethan Eckert in the chat, and Ethan Eckert donating here to the cause tonight, so much appreciate to Ethan Eckert. Always nice to see the support here. We will do a wheel spin here tonight after tonight's race off air, and we will crown a winner of $50 that will go to a driver not in the top 5 payout positions here tonight. And all those payout positions donated from the PGR R&R eSports Fund and from a anonymous donor here tonight, so appreciate them. And looking forward to go back green flag racing here. We went through the whole field. Everyone's been touched here tonight, and I'm sure the family of Barnes watching somewhere, and they are appreciative of each and every one of these drivers here tonight. Pace car back down pit lane. Gray in the 28, Smith the 97. Vickery, Harper, Westmoreland, your current top 5. Into the restart zone. Green flag back into the air. So at minimum, about 40 donations from drivers here tonight. And I'm sure many more that I don't even know about as we go 3 wide. And Eagles making moves again. Tyler Vickery here up front. Trevin Astronaut now getting racy with David Flanagan on the outside. Gray now getting past that Martin Sports number 6 machine. Ooh, the 89 of Astronaut. He's going to get very loose there. And he's going to have to go all the way back up to that top lane and settle in behind his teammate Flanagan. And he was pedaling that car hard. You see these cars all over the place. These 1987s are a handful. And right now, they are proving it right now. The 69, that's the Hooters machine. Hunter Hastings out on track. Yellow flag out for the 3rd time tonight. Astronaut, we were just looking at him. He is wrecking here with the number 79, an Astronaut. He is out of this one as well. Major damage to the 79 as well. Hopefully these guys not getting too mad here tonight. I believe that's going to be Matt Worrell. And he's got heavy damage to his machine, and going to be a lot to fix here tonight. A lot of left front damage right there for his Chevrolet. So, man, I hope we get some more green flag racing when they are out there running green flag laps. Man, this is some awesome, awesome action out on the track. 16 laps down to 50 here tonight. Big viewership here for the Danny Barnes benefit race. Axel Smith actually going to pit here from the front. And I believe these couple sets of tires here are going to be beneficial to these drivers here tonight. Remember, no fuel really needed. Maybe actually one stop for fuel here tonight. Not green, but during one of these cautions, just to make sure you can get the full 50 laps in. Not sure the fuel status of these cars, but you can see right side tires being put on right now. Axel Smith on the jack, as is, I believe, Hunter Hastings. Jeremy Osborne gets some right side tires as well. They're off out of the pit box here. And, ooh, some left side tires as well for one of them. So, yeah, definitely thinking about tires right now with how much wear with these cars and the handling. And right now, these cars are, I mean, you can just see them bouncing all over the racetrack when they are green. Harper back up front. He's currently in second. Flanagan, Eagles, Hennings all the way to fifth right now. So, wow, some good racing here tonight for the Barnes Benefit Race. So we'll take a quick race break here live on the PGR eSports Network. Back here live at Talladega. It's Wyatt Gray, Nathan Harper who will lead us down to the green flag this time. It's been some yellows here to start the races here tonight, but we'll see if we get some green flag racing in. We've seen some guys come down pit lane and take some of the tire sets they have tonight. Only two, but tires a premium here tonight with the handling of these 87 cars. Back here to the restart zone. Green flag being shown again here at Talladega. I'm now joined by race control here tonight, Evan Carlbon.
Hello guys, this is an interesting race. We're getting some green flag action, but also we have gotten plagued with some cautions. Hopefully we could all bump that out.
We shall find out here. We've had some really good racing throughout the field. We're going to go back a little bit here. It's Hunter Hastings and the number 69. He's working on the back bumper of Axel Smith. Farther behind him, it's going to be Josh McCullough trying to make some moves in the number 05. He sits right. Oh, he's making a pass there. Josh McCullough. See Brock Westerman make some move to the bottom of the racetrack. My favorite paint scheme here in this race is that Kellogg's machine, that number 4 right behind Jeremy Osborne. A blind squirrel racing. Good to see him out here in the 41.
Like my favorite paint scheme in the field is a little cliche because he's one of the best drivers in our PGR series, but Daniel Falkingham and that Pepsi, that red, white, and blue, that retro scheme. Oh my God, my heart is melting looking at that scheme, and I'm not even a Pepsi guy.
Yeah, it's a cool paint scheme. We're zoomed in on it right now here on the racetrack, and yeah, Daniel Falkingham sport one of the best paint schemes here of tonight's race. As he's right, ooh, he's gonna get pinched up high a little bit by Cody Meekles in the 6. We stay 2x2 here up front. And we see Cody really racy here tonight. We were talking about earlier on the broadcast as we have another yellow flag. And we'll join Evan here in a second. We'll go let him do what he needs to do here, as he's going to go look and see what this caution was thrown for. It looks like Keith Joe possibly crashing here on the racetrack. And oh, here's the 03. Kenny McCullough actually spinning. As Kenny McCullough comes down the racetrack, gets into Heath Job. Wow, hard hit for the 760. The 01 as well. Heavy damage to the front end. Heath Job, Kenny McCullough, all 3 of them. And that might cost 3 of their nights right there with that wreck. Heath Job might be able to get that thing fixed a little bit. It's going to depend on that wheel and or engine damage. But Kenny McCullough here, as he's 3 wide here with the 01. The 01's going to get pushed up the racetrack. And actually, yeah, the 01's going to get pushed up into McCullough. So that's what starts Kenny's slide. And he's trying hard here to save it and just can't do it. Heath Job comes in and nearly turns over as Heath Job. Lots of damage there for the 760 in Skid Row Motorsports. And we'll go back one more time, see what Heath Job saw from his cockpit. He was almost through that one, and fortunate there for Heath Job. Southern Kale. Right now, though, out front of the pack, it's going to be David Flanagan of the Jack Shack leading here in number 31. Nagels, Falkingham, Fess, and Mistretta, your top 5. We are going to bring Danny Barnes, Heath Job up here in the booth. You guys got a copy?
Hey, what's up? Heath stepped away.
Heath stepped away, but Danny, hey, we're going to get you after the race, but hey, we got you here now. And, hey, man, we appreciate you letting us do this here this week for you guys. And, you know, you can talk to the viewers. You got the floor right now. I know we have the GoFundMe link here in the bottom left corner of the screen. We also showed the actual GoFundMe link here live on the broadcast. And, you know, just tell us here what we're here racing for tonight.
We're racing for my son. His house burned up. He was actually at my house, went to check on his dogs on his camera, and his cameras weren't working, so he ran home and found his house on fire, and all 3 of his dogs got killed in it, and he pretty much lost everything he had. So we're just trying to get him up and going again. He served in the Marine Corps for 6 years and kind of struggles with some things. So we're just trying to help him out. And I appreciate PGR and Mike, you and James and everybody. I appreciate everything.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's what it's all about here. This is, this is actually, what I do it for. When something happens to anyone of us or things happen in life, that's good to have people in a community. A lot of us don't meet face to face, but, a lot of big things being done here, especially this week. I know John Ward will have a race this weekend as well. So we want to thank all the drivers, which we've done here on the broadcast tonight, but thank them all again, since every driver here in tonight's race sent some sort of donation here to race in tonight's race, and we are very appreciative of all these drivers here. And Heath Job is also here. We'll see if we can get a word with him in just a second. I know he was involved there in that last yellow.
Yeah, he stepped away to go to the bathroom.
Well, it's been a wild race. It looks like Heath Job now back in his car. He's moved that wheel just a little bit, getting some damage fixed, and hopefully we could see him back out here on the racetrack. And 23 guys, 23 of 50, approaching that halfway point. Flanagan here in the lead. We got Barnes and Job here. We're going to ride with them for just a little bit.
Oh, God.
I'm back.
And Heath Job is
Heath.
back. Well, Heath, unfortunately, get caught up in that wreck there, and looked like you did your best to stay on the bottom, try to avoid it. And fortunately, Kenny was hit into and just couldn't hold on to it there. But what's the damage like? We saw you there on pit road taking some repairs.
Well, Mike, the Skid Row Motorsports Chevy Monte Carlo is worse for the wear, about 8 minutes of damage total. So, yeah, unfortunate, but was having a good time up until then, and still having a good time. Glad to see all these guys out here supporting Danny's cause. So hopefully we can get some help over to his kid and at least get some things replaced or help him out in some sort of way. So, been a good race. Been a lot of fun to watch from the back.
Well, yeah, that's the name of the game tonight. Here to have fun and support, and obviously, hopefully everyone out there is being patient with everyone, no matter what. We've had some yellows, but we're here for a much bigger cause than yellows and money racing here tonight. As the pace car is going to dip down once again. We'll go back green racing here. We're going to be live on board in the cockpit with Danny Barnes here. And Heath, we want to thank you as well. You and Trevin Astronaut were the two that brought this to my attention. So we appreciate you guys for kind of leading the charge on this. We're just here to support, but you guys planted the seeds, and we appreciate that. As the 7 of Barnes gets taken off here, and he is right now in 14th position and looking to get to the front. Man, what a win it would be here tonight for Danny Barnes.
It's amazing what one post did is amazing. How these guys come together. We all get on each other's nerves and argue, fight, cuss each other out, but at the end of the day, everybody backs each other up. So it's really good to see.
Yes,
it is really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, and nice to see a full field out here tonight. And, in a car that kind of worked out this week in a weird way, that, running these 87s, kind of a wild card race. Not normally we, obviously drive this car maybe once a quarter, and kind of fun tonight because I really think it's a wild card. Anyone could win tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, could have been a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Well, guys, we'll hopefully bring Danny back in here later. I got a funny feeling Danny Barnes going to work his way up to the front of this pack. We'll let you guys go for now and hopefully talk to you here in a little bit.
Right on. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate everything, Mike.
Back here with Race Control, Evan Carlbon. We see some 3-wide racing. Brock Westmoreland now makes a move. Power move underneath Cody Nichols in the 6. Here comes the 4, wheeling that machine, that cornflakes on the front hood, as he's now getting a push from the Jack Shacks, David Flanagan. And some of these guys been up front all night. Tell you that. Axel Smith has been up front. Cody Nichols, White, Gray. Now Brock Westmoreland is up front, but caution is flown again. Caution flag back.
Caution at the back.
Back of the pack, and I think Garrett Caswell involved in this one. And keep an eye here on your screen. It's going to be Caswell involved here in this one. And it could be started right up there in the number 3. That could be Terry Wilson. It looks like it is. Terry Wilson going to come up the racetrack. I think Caswell's going to get in front of that. So I'm not sure what happens to Caswell here. Apologies there for the replay, but here we go. I think this is where it's going to happen. Yeah, Wilson coming way up the racetrack in the trial. I believe that's Wilson. Could maybe be one of them. Maybe that's Josh McCullough. Yeah, Josh McCullough. Excuse me. Apologies to Wilson. Josh McCullough loses it. Comes up the racetrack. Gets into the 3 of Caswell. So heavy damage for the number 3. He's already had damage from earlier tonight. Now some damage to the 05. And that brings out another yellow here tonight. As Carlbon will look at that one, I believe will go on Josh McCullough.
No, I'm actually looking at Terry Wilson. Since Terry Wilson got loose off the corner, it forced Josh McCullough into that position to go underneath the tribal to try and avoid Terry going back down the track. And when you're at that rate of speed, you hit the grass. And in these cars, it's old tires and hitting the hot pavement. It's gonna be just day and night difference. I hate it for Josh and I hate it for Garrett, but I'm just gonna put that on Terry Wilson because he was the root cause of that caution.
Makes a lot of sense. We were able to back it up and, getting a little bit confused. Kind of the same paint scheme almost out of the two. Just different numbers. So great call there by Race Control. Falkingham now leads it. And he's got some experience in these cars as he's driven these over with the Moonhead Racing League. And those guys run these 1987s a lot here at Talladega. And it's some fun excitement over there. But Falkingham has a lot of experiences. He does just about anywhere in any car we go into anyways. But he's going to lead it here just past the halfway point of tonight's race. We're counting them down now. 23 laps to go in this one. And we'll see who can get to victory lane. Take that $100 here tonight, that top prize. And should be a good finish of tonight's race when we do get there. Well, we have a break. This is the halfway race break of the night. We'll be right back live with you here on the PGR Esports Network. Green flag back into there for the Barnes benefit race. Falkingham's going to lead us here into turn 1 with Axel Smith to his outside. It's been an eventful night so far here tonight. And hopefully we could settle in the groove just a little bit now as we set our sights on the checkered flag here in just a little bit. On the outside there, Smith's trying to hold off Wyatt Gray, Brock Westermelin in 4. A great run to get up here to the front. We'll see if he can remain here in contention. Flanagan on his march back as well. A little bit farther back, there's Nathan Harper in the 32. Sterling Thess, he wants some of it here tonight. There he is in the number 19. So he's going to blend here into the middle lane right in front of Vickery. And Vickery really good here in these 1987s. We've seen him in the past run really good in this car. So don't count out Vickery right now. 3 wide here in the front of the pack. Falkingham hold them off for now. Eagles still challenging for the lead. 20 to go here. Westermelin now here to the outside. As we'll see if he can get pushed up. He's got his teammate Evan right behind him, Brian Hennings. Here they go. Will they split Falkingham? Looks like they're going for it. Will Hennings go? He should go with his teammate. He does. Falkingham in the middle. He's going to need to be picked up by Gray. Neagles to the lead.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, a little action right there. A little bit behind these leaders. 3 wide there, and it looks like that's into the wall just a little bit. Here comes Cartledge. He's on his way back from some damage earlier tonight. And the 27 as well, making some moves up here in that Kodiak machine. Malik Ray. And man, he came right back too from, I believe, some damage earlier in the number 51. That Rowdy Energy machine. We'll see if Malik Ray, he's making some moves. Getting racy here. I'll tell you what, there's some really good racing going on, especially up front. We'll check a little bit farther. Ooh, that's Dylan Jones. Dylan Jones scrapes the wall there in the number 11. As we're going through the field here just to look at some of the racing. Heath Job into the wall. Caution back out. Caution flag back out on the racetrack. I believe Henning's involved.
All right. All righty.
And we're going to slow this one down. Here's Brian Hennings in the 74 Pontiac right here. He's going to drift up the track, go to push Daniel Falkingham. He's going to nearly turn Falkingham sideways. And here comes the other Kodiak car as Hennings splashes off the wall. And he's going to get turned by the 27. Ooh, it lifts both back wheels up on Hennings' car as he gets on the brakes there. We'll see if he can hold it off that inside wall. Not going to happen as he hits hard, and that most likely will end the night of Hennings. And we'll show it to you again one more time here in real time. Oh, what a hard hit for Brian Hennings. I mean, he hit that inside wall, and that whole car jumped up. And watch it one more time from the cockpit. Not sure who that was, the other Kodiak car. It's so hard tonight with all the different schemes. No names on the cars for the most part.
It's Jared Haynes.
I mean, what a save by Falkingham. And there's the ride. Hennings took to that inside wall. Nothing to do there, and Brian Hennings. Well, back up here front, Cody Neagle stays out. We got some takers here on pit lane. Wyatt Gray to pit road. So is Axel Smith. Nathan Harper to pit lane as well. So these guys, I believe, might have some tires left, and that could be a good thing here as these laps wind down. Right side's going on. Wyatt Gray as well as Nathan Harper. So these two going to take advantage of this yellow with 16 laps to go. Right sides or left sides as well. So these guys had a whole tire set left. That'll probably be their last stop of the night. And fresh tires could win out here tonight. Falkingham did it as well. He's going to win the race off pit lane. So giving up that track position, but getting those tires here, Evan, could be the winning move.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, Mike? I was talking in the sim.
Oh, you're good. We were just talking about some of the guys coming down pit road there. Take 4 tires. I believe your leader, Wyatt Gray, as well. They're going to lose some spots, but, I mean, fresh tires, it could bode well for them here at the end of the race.
Yeah, it really can, because these 87s, they tend to burn up their tires really quickly, and especially with some guys that use that 210 steering range that is so infamous around money racing. A lot of guys are not on 210 tonight, and if they are, they have some brass jewelry, I will say, to fend off the tightness and the washing up of the race cars. But these cars go up to 200 miles per hour. We got a hot track out here. It is a 134-degree track temp, and these tires could save them in this last 15-lap run. Of those cars that took tires on that last stop, I'm going to pick Nathan Harper, who has been on a roll recently in PGR and in other money racing series. Nathan Harper is one of the best at saving tires that I know. That is not of the pros in our category and all that kind of stuff. But Nathan Harper, one to watch out.
Your pick to win, Nathan Harper. My pick to win tonight, it's going to be Daniel Falkingham, and I know that's taking the chalk here, but Falkingham, he's led some laps here tonight, has a lot of experience in this 87. Paint scheme and all, that number 39 is going to make his way back to the front, and he's going to book himself into victory lane here tonight. So we will have 15 laps to go, 14 to go, and we take the green. As the pace car lights will go out right here as they cross the start-finish line. The man out of Rolla, Missouri wouldn't be a bad pick as well. We talked about it. Looking for that elusive win, the tie Garrett Maines atop the PGR all-time stats. And I know, Cody, that'll mean a lot to him if he could get it done here tonight in this benefit race.
Cody Nagels, who's one of the greatest amongst the money racing community. He has won everything from ERA to PGR, special events, to anything you could think of on super speedways. He's probably done it and won it. I don't recall if Cody Nagels has a win in the 87s car, though. And I've heard that this has been his Achilles heel his whole money racing career. It would be very cool to see if Cody Nagels can hold off David Flanagan, who is looking for redemption after last night, who had the lead in his hands in the R&R race. And it just all went away because of netcode.
Well, here we have it. We'll see here who decides to put the pedal to the floor and exercise this engine and try to get this thing to the front of the pack. We've had a lot of these same cars up here, but I'll tell you one guy coming off a cash spot this week, Mark Vondel. He has made his way now here into the top 10. It's Mark Vondel trying to take that momentum from earlier this week and get back up into a cash position again out of Lake Placid,
Mike, don't
New
forget
York.
about Steve Sizemore. Sorry to cut you off, but Steve Sizemore is running in P4.
Steve Sizemore right here on the top part of the racetrack. And we'll see if Sizemore in the 28 Jegs Chevrolet has something to say about it here tonight. It's the pace car. We'll dive onto pit lane again, and Cody Nagels, David Flanagan, side by side, will lead us to green. Green flag back out. 6 is going to get a really good jump here. Malik Ray now back here in the front. It's Malik getting back here to try to get another victory in PGR as well. Mark Vondel in tow behind him. And Tyler Vickery's kind of been stalking these leaders all night long. He's got a shot as well. A little bit farther back. Hornets Nest here with Nathan Harper, your pick to win. He's trying to slice and dice his way to the front. Right in front of him is Falkingham. Cartledge and Haynes riding around here. They've been to the front before. We'll see if they can get back to the front. Here's Jared Haynes out of Huntsville. 3 wide action right here, a little bit farther back. Brock Westmoreland wheeling that Kellogg's number 4. Christopher McCullough hasn't made too much noise tonight, but don't count him out there in the 04 Pennzoil Chevrolet. Out of Savannah, Georgia, the man in the 04 trying to make some move here on Brock Westmoreland. 3 underneath both of them. Here comes the 33 as well. That's Chase Mistretta. Out of Florence, Mississippi, trying to make his way up here to the front. Back up front, Malik Ray has taken the lead here tonight. Casey Sprinkle. Casey Sprinkle right behind him. Sometimes get those two confused, but these two checking out a little bit from the field right now, Evan.
This is the biggest lead we have seen all night. We have some great racing all over the racetrack right now. You got, that is Malik Ray and Casey Sprinkle that is leading out there. You got guys like Brock Westmoreland and Chris McCullough that are trying to make their way back to the front of this pack. Nathan Harper, my pick to win. He is lurking in the shadows. And you got guys like Tyler Lugo Vickery, who is in 4th. He's been around the top 5 all night. We got a yellow.
Yellow back out here on the racetrack. We'll go try to find out exactly what that's for here. Ooh, we got some hard racing on back, and I believe Sizemore, we talked about him. He's going to get caught up in this one with the 79. Here's Matt Warhol carrying the Wagoner's welding on the back. I think he's just going to come up the racetrack too. Well, actually, no. It looks like the 28 actually slaps the wall first. That's a tough one right there, but damage to the 28 as well as the 79. Sizemore, Warhol right there come together. And that'll bring out another yellow flag here tonight. Somebody behind them did a great job of, for the most part, avoiding this one. Trying to find out who that is here. I see him skip on right underneath the 79, right there. And the number 19. Some of the numbers not matching scoring numbers here tonight, so it's kind of been the issue. But another caution flag. And we are pacing again. And here we go. This is interesting, Evan. Here comes Cody Neagles, Tyler Vickery, Ashford Flanagan, as well as Hunter Hastings. They saved a set of tires. You see it there in the chat. Vickery, if we get another caution, he said he was going to use his last set. So these guys saved a set for this time specifically. And is this the race-winning move? There you see the Goodyear rubbers going on the right sides here on pit lane. You see them go on the left as well if they saved left sides as well. And looks like they did. Vickery, Neagles, and this crew on pit lane. Trying to utilize some strategy here, which could help them here in the closing laps. 10 laps to go. Malik Ray up front, I believe, will go back green with eight laps to go. And we'll see how much those tires pay off for these guys here tonight.
That might be the race-winning move right there if we can get enough green flag action going. Because you know how well these fresh tires will adapt to a 135-degree racetrack, especially going 200-plus miles per hour into the turns and all the way down the backstretch. So you're going to want as much grip as you can get. And with Cody, Trevor, all the Jackshot guys, basically, they're all working together tonight. I think this was a plan that they were formulating for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of worked to their benefit there with that caution kind of falling right where they needed it to utilize that last set of tires, because if not, they were going to be stuck out there the rest of the race. And if we had gotten, kind of lower in lap count, they might have not come in as well. So kind of a perfect scenario for them to come in with the 10 laps to go range. And, like I said, 8 laps to go when we do go back green. So we'll see if that matters here. Cody Neagles now scored, I believe, in 15th. So, I mean, it's not like they lost a whole lot of positions. And you can make them up really quick here in this car. So we'll have to find out here when we do take the green. And we're going to take one more break here on the night. And when we come back, we'll take you wire to wire to the very end of this race here live on the PGR eSports Network. Back here live, it could possibly be the last restart of tonight's race. We shall see Malik Ray lead him down with Casey Sprinkle to his inside. Your top five, Nathan Harper, Falkingham, Dylan Jones as the green flag back into the air. A great start here by the 51 of Ray. So he gets out to a big lead here. He'll have choice here where he wants to go. He's going to go down to that bottom lane. Falkingham now, he's going to rise to the occasion. He is tucked in right behind Harper there in that top lane. And he's got a good look here down the Alabama Gang super stretch outside turn number 2. A massive run for Harper, stalled out by Malik Ray. Malik Ray's going to block the run of Falkingham. Some really good racing here. 2 eNASCAR Coke Series pros to the front of the field.
Yeah, we got multiple rows of action going back all the way to around the 10th, 11th spot. Cody Nagel's already up two or three spots from the pit sequence. Trevor Asmernoth, David Flanagan, they're all coming with a full heads of steam on these fresh tires. As we got Wyatt Gray pushing Daniel Falkingham to the lead. Malik Ray gets split outside. Oh, baby, this is going to be a great last 7 laps.
Yeah, you know, we're racing for a benefit here tonight, and all the donations from the PGR Fund and another anonymous donator, as well as James Wagner. I mean, they're racing for these payouts here tonight that are practically free. I mean, obviously everyone donated money, but I mean, for the most part, this is a unique situation here in PGR. Winner takes home $100. I mean, this is a big race here. Even though it's a benefit race, there's a prize there at the end if you cross that finish line first. If you cross it second or third, you're getting that free entry into a race where you could possibly win $1,000. So, I mean, this is a lot on the line here for these drivers here in the closing laps as we take the 6 to go signal here at the line. And it's still Falkingham and Malik Ray leading both. And remember, we'll have a wheel spin here later tonight for somebody outside the money. So, wow, a lot to unpack here at the end as well as after the race. But the biggest thing, the benefit for Danny Barnes' son, and hopefully we get a great end here. That would put the icing on the cake for this event here tonight. 3 wide, a little bit farther back. Harper in the middle of all that. And, ooh, we have one. Hits the wall. I think they're going to save it. They save it. We stay green. We stay green. I believe, God, who was that? I believe Casey Sprinkle smashed the wall, and it was Casey Sprinkle. Massive damage. He's going to have to get off the racetrack. We're going to keep an eye on him. I mean, he has no right. His right tire is completely and utterly broken. Casey Sprinkle's run at winning tonight's race comes to a complete end, and you don't see a car beat up like that often. Wow, what a wreck and a hit. We go back up front. Falkingham down the backstretch. Here comes Wyatt Gray. Here comes Dylan Jones. And a caution is out with 5 to go. That's going to probably put us in NASCAR overtime.
And go back to the area of Heath Job.
Yeah, Heath Job's going to turn, I believe, Chris McCullough here on the exit of turn number 2. Man, Chris McCullough is going to slap the inside wall. And you see that. Whoa, wow, he's just going to bounce right off the wall. I mean, a massive hit here. We have seen some big hits here in the last couple laps of this race. Watch this one again. This is real time here. Job. Oh, I mean, actually, might have not really been on Job. It looks like McCullough slapped the wall, and that slowed him down. Job was going there to push. Man, wow, he came right back up on the racetrack. Nearly got just smoked by Thess. Unbelievable hit here. Look at it one more time. Bang, and watch him come on the track. I mean, he couldn't do anything about it. He tried. And yeah, what some maneuverability there by the guys not to get into McCullough. As he towed back to the pit lane. Here's his onboard. He goes to avoid that one, slaps the wall on exit. And Job is right there, and bang, right there into the wall. On the brakes, heavy, and what a view there. Almost wants to make you look a little dizzy there. As we go back live, 4 laps to go. And I believe we're going to head to Green-white-checkered. We'll find out here in a minute. Yeah, the pace car lights are still on with 3 to go. So this will be NASCAR overtime, and we only have 1 attempt at the green-white checker here tonight. And we talked about some of those guys that pit, like Cody Neagles and a few others, and I'm not sure. I mean, Falkingham, he pit a couple times ago. But for the most part, I don't see these guys. Well, Cody's up there 9th. So
David Flanagan is in top 5. He pit on that last cycle.
Yeah, Flanagan there. So I guess he's probably the first with the freshest tires, if we're going to go by that. But still going to be hard to get around Falkingham. Malik Ray, he fell back to 6th when he got split out wide. So, wow, a lot's going to happen here on the closing laps here on Thursday night.
Excuse me.
Just catching up on a few things here in the broadcast booth, and Looks like the pace car lights, Evan, will go out this time by as we are in a green-white-checkered finish here tonight. It'll be the only attempt. So one attempt here. This race is official. When we take the green flag, there will not be a caution thrown. So we will race it out to the end and get a true winner of tonight's race. Falkingham leads Gray, Jones, Haynes, Flanagan, your top 5. Malik Gray, 6th, Harper, 7th, Cartledge in 8th, Niegels in 9th, and Astronaut rounds out your current top 10. But I'll tell you what, don't count anyone out of this race. Even if you're 10th on back, a lot can happen here on the last lap of tonight's race. As these guys are racing for all the marbles, $100 to first place tonight. Jeff Merck in the chat. If you do not donate winnings, you cannot race for a month. I like it. We'll see. Who wins this race? We'll see what they're made of. Hey, if they want to keep a couple bucks, great. But we'd love to see them donate some back here to the Danny Barnes Son cause. That would be awesome as well. But we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be a doozy. I have a feeling because with the trends that we've had 8 cautions tonight, and there's a chance that we could have not a 9th caution but a 9th wreck. So I'm really looking forward to see how the guys on the fresher tires, if they will prevail, or the guys up at the front that have been dominating this thing, like Daniel Falkingham, Wyatt Gray, and Malik Ray. I want to see how if they'll prevail.
A long way around this track. It's a big one. And a lot can happen as danger lurks in every corner. Pace car will be lots of use tonight, but no more use to us here the rest of the night. The 39, Daniel Falkingham, going for another PGR win. Wyatt Gray, not sure if he has one yet, actually. Could be his first win here on a Thursday night as the green flag is back into the air. Oh, and they're going to get spun. Green flag's got to stay out. No caution, and this is going to be absolutely chaotic. Barnes, Fondell, Sterling, Thess, Haynes, Gray, Osborne all crash. And all of a sudden, I mean, look at this. Crazy. It's a demo derby at the start-finish line. Daniel Falkingham and Dylan Jones way out, but I'll tell you what, Malik Ray, Cody Niegels, Nathan Harper, and Axel Smith, I think they are in the catbird seat with how much speed they're going to have as they get up on these leaders with just 2 laps to go. We're going to take the white flag here. I mean, that was crazy restart. I mean, I haven't seen anything like that ever here on the last restart of a race in the last green-white-checkered. Here comes Malik Ray. He's got speed through the tri-oval. I don't think Falkingham, Dylan Jones can block the run of these guys. We'll see if they can. Malik's going to go all the way to the wall. Niegels says, hey, I'm going down. 3 wide here on the final lap of the race.
Cody Niegels going with his old pal, Daniel Falkingham. We got Nathan Harper, my pick, splitting it. We got 4 wide with Malik Ray and Nathan Harper. Got Axel Smith lurking in the shadows. He's come with a huge head of steam. We got 3 wide, rows on back.
Malik Ray underneath Falkingham. He's got the lead and the point here in the middle lane. No one's giving anyone an inch. Last lap, last turn. Here we come. Down the front stretch we go. Fans on their feet to the tri-oval. Here comes Malik Ray. He's going to block for everything he has. Malik Ray in the 51 drag race at the line. It's Malik Ray.
Wow. Just when you think you can count him out, you can't. Malik Ray comes back from early damage to prevail to win yet another PGR race.
An exciting finish there as Malik Ray, Daniel Falkingham, Nathan Harper finish on tonight's podium. Dylan Jones, Axel Smith, your top 5. Hunter Hastings, 6th. Westmoreland, 7th. Niegels, 8th. Vickery, 9th. In 10th place, Austin Johnson. We'll go back to that restart here in just a second as we watch Malik Ray come around the track here, and I'm assuming we'll do some victory burnouts here for us all here. And yeah, I mean, wow, Evan, I mean, I can't remember a time on, I mean, we only have one green white checker now, but like on the last restart ever seeing a pile up at the start finish line on a start.
I'm sorry, Mike. I was just talking to somebody in the chat again. Could you repeat that?
I've never seen that happen. I mean, green, white, checkered, and just everyone wrecking at the line coming to the green. I mean, that's a first right there. Draw it up on the board. I have not seen that one yet, and I've seen it all, I thought I've seen it all, but that one definitely changed everything, and I think we would have got a much better result had that not have happened, as the 51 of Malik Ray is burning them down here at Talladega. We'll go back here in a second to that restart. I mean, everyone involved, most everyone there in the front involved. And I'm assuming you're taking a look at that as well, to see if anyone in the money had caused that wreck. So unofficial results for now. And here is what we were referring to.
Hey, Mike, we're going to review the winner of the race.
And we are under review, so results are not official here.
What we're reviewing is Malik on that restart. He is getting pushed by Zachariah Cartledge, but also at the same time, other drivers are advocating that he just gassed it up anyway, even though he was getting pushed before Wyatt and Jared even got a chance to get going.
I mean, look at this carnage on the racetrack. I mean, this is something you never see. Evan's got a lot of work to do. It's going to be probably a long review here. And we're going to try to dive into this a little bit more here. We'll go on board here with Malik Ray. So, results unofficial. Here's the far chase Malik. He's holding back a little bit here. So, you do see a gap between Malik Ray. And now he's going to get pushed by Cartledge. And when he does, that kind of pushes Malik into the 27, but I don't know. Was the 27 already turning the 28? I mean, this is going to be a tough one here. Was that Jared Haynes? Is that who that is up there?
If you don't mind me, I'm just going to deafen and mute my mic just to want to go through this.
So here's the thing. Here's Jared. I mean, it looks to me that Haynes was already turning the leader of Gray. So I can't really mess with the cameras right now, considering I am in the broadcast booth. But normally I would use far chase here and kind of get to the side and go above. I don't envy race control here tonight. I've been in that position many times. I mean, I've looked at it. I can't use my, alternative cameras right now due to the broadcast. I'm going to try to use TV number 2 here. I don't think that's going to work. But if you do look at the far chase at least. Here, we're going to look at, not this one. Sorry about that. Just trying to find the right thing here. So if you look at the far chase and we slow it down here, look to me, here comes, I mean, yeah, it almost looks like Haynes gets to the back bumper of Gray before Ray gets to the back bumper of Haynes. So it looks like that was already kind of starting. And Gray reporting he was driven through. And I just don't see, I don't see Malik being the cause initially. Now, maybe he did cause some of this, but it looks like Malik morphs as well into the back bumper of this. And I really wish I can get into some of my other cameras right now. And, whatever. Hey, we're here in the broadcast. And, let's pull them up. So we're going to get here into Control F12, and We're going to move this Y-axis over. And this will show you guys kind of what I do, at least when I RC. So here, we're going to slow it down. And there is my point. You slow this down frame by frame. And in real time, things look a lot different than they do in slow motion. And here comes Haynes. You see the gap as the gap's closing to the back bumper of Gray. Malik Ray is coming faster, but he's also getting shoved by Cartledge. And there it is right there. I mean, actually, it's net coding. And this is what net code is right there. So I'm going to pause this for everyone still watching the broadcast. The 27, that's Haynes. He is morphing into the back bumper of Wyatt Gray. That is a technology issue right there. Malik Ray is still not even to the back bumper of Haynes. As Malik Ray is getting pushed by the 16, you don't see the 16 in your screen right now. And I'm going to start this up again, frame by frame. Right now, Malik finally gets to the bumper of Haynes. Haynes is already into the back bumper of Gray. And that is when calamity happened. And then look at Malik Ray morphing into the bumper of the 27. I mean, a lot of net code here. I mean, and you can't see it on the screen. Actually, I'll show you. But the 16 of Cartledge right here is morphing into Ray. I mean, this is just...
top 3 is official, Mike.
Yep. Top 3 is official, and our race control got it right, and I'm glad he did. That is all net code and racing incident there. I mean, I don't think anything was intentional there.
I can see both sides, but the added point is everybody is inside of each other, both lanes. Like, as far back as Axel Smith being inside Cody Niggles, 6 rows deep. There was just so much net code going on. There was so much stack up. It was bound to happen. It was also a late start by the leader. So I guess the outside and the third and second rows, they were trying to time it. They didn't time it right. It was just a multitude of things, and there's nothing that I could really do to reverse that.
Well, we are going to bring in tonight's third place finisher. That's going to be Nathan Harper in the number 32 car here tonight. Nathan Harper, you got a copy?
Yes.
Hey, man,
sir.
Wow. Yeah, what a race it was. I mean, we had a long review there at the end. I believe Race Control 100% got that one right. Hey, it doesn't matter. You're back on the podium, and guess what? You are now in the SummerSlam 499 free of charge. Nathan Harper gets it done here, third place tonight. Tell us about your night in that last lap.
Yeah, I feel like the race, came down to tires at the end, and I had fresh tires. I think I went back to like 7, maybe 15th. I don't know, somewhere along there, and I was able to get the track position back, and it kind of evened out with all the cautions. But man, that last lap, I looked back at the replay, and I feel like I was ran into in that. And funny enough, it was 2 separate incidents, one on the top, one on the bottom. So I don't think I did anything wrong, and it kind of sucks because last night in R&R, I was hitting Flanagan. Well, not really hitting him, bump drafted him 3 deep, and his bumper fell off and wrecked, and then that happened. So that sucks. But I'm sorry, but I'm not taking blame for that. But then I got linked up with Cody and Malik, and we were able to chase down the leaders and get a podium.
Well, man, a lot of podiums of late, some wins as well. Nathan Harper, one of the top dogs here in the last couple months of the money racing scene here. And, man, just another good night for you. Obviously, a little bit of a different kind of race here tonight to benefit Danny Barnes' son. So we appreciate you and your donation here tonight, Nathan. Before we let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, shout out to everyone who donated. That's as if we had to come together as a community and help each other out. And thanks for everyone who donated. Everyone who showed up the race that donated, and you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Well, we appreciate it, Nathan Harper. We're going to send him back up to celebrate tonight's third place finish, and we're going to bring in runner up. That's Daniel Falkingham in the number 39, and Evan's favorite paint scheme on the track tonight. Falkingham, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. Well, all eyes on the broadcast right now on that Pepsi number 39 Valvoline machine. What a sexy-looking car it was tonight. And, hey, it comes home in one piece. And, man, what a duel there with a fellow competitor, Malik Ray, here tonight in that last lap. Is there anything you could have done to get around him? Man, that was one heck of a race and show you guys put on.
Yeah, if the whole field didn't try to anticipate when I was going and just bunch the whole field up, wreck everybody, and for me to get out all by myself with Dylan for them to get a run on us. But guess I learned to not do that ever again because I don't want to get myself out there on a restart. It's better to keep us all bunched up, but people trying to guess when I'm going, just wrecking everybody, that was stupid. But oh well, we still came home second. We still came home in semi one piece after we got wrecked on like lap 5 or whatever. So yeah, just an unfortunate incident. But yeah, like I said, we all make mistakes. It was unfortunate, but hey, we still came up with a good result. And yeah, it was a bit of a messy race, and I wish we could have put on a better show for everyone, especially with the theme of tonight. But we'll still take it nonetheless.
Yeah, Carter, we don't usually, run off in here in PGR, so you could expect a little bit of fireworks here on the racetrack, and we had some fireworks mostly through. But, I mean, when we were green, some really good hard racing, especially a lot of you guys that spent the night here in the front of the pack. But, hey, nonetheless, man, you're on another heater, and that is a good thing because you're headed to the PGR SummerSlam $499 free of charge, and I'm assuming it's going to be at least $1,000 winner to that. And if you get that one, you'll have the 2 crown jewels here in 2025 with your PGR 500 championship. So, Daniel, before we let you go, anyone you want to thank or shout out?
Yeah, speaking of SummerSlam, I hope we can go win that because we do like the complete sweep because we got the championship, the Fall Brawl, the 500. Got one more we got to knock off, So, but no, I got to appreciate you for putting this on. Appreciate you doing the broadcast. Shout out to all the admins who run the show over here. Thanks to everyone who came out and ran tonight. It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad we're all here for one cause. We're hoping thoughts and prayers are with Danny and his whole family. Glad we could come out and just be there for, even though it could be just a little thing, we're all just here racing. We all know how it gets every Thursday night or throughout the entire week. We like to get it on each other's throats, but I'm glad we could all come together for a great cause tonight. So hope Danny and his crew are doing well, and thoughts and prayers to them.
Well, you heard it there. That's Daniel Falkingham, eNASCAR Coke Series driver, finishes in second place here tonight. Well, the man on top of the board, it's the 51 and the Rowdy Energy Machine here tonight, and that's none other than Malik Ray, a fellow competitor of Falkingham, and we'll bring him up here in the booth. Malik Ray, you got a copy?
Yeah, Mike, how you doing?
Well, man, we were excited there on the last lap, man. I'll tell you what, when I saw, I believe, Falkingham, and I forget who else that was, way out there, I said, here comes Malik. He's leading the pack there, and they're going to catch him, and they're going to catch him at a high rate of speed. And it looked like that's all you needed here tonight to make that move, get the P1, and hold them off here to win tonight's race.
Yeah, they had the big stack up on the start. I don't know who I had in front of me, but I was getting jacked up, so that meant I jacked him up, and then he jacked the car in front of him up, and then I think that just left the front 2. And I just told Cody to just stay in line, and he just did that. If it weren't for him staying in line, then we wouldn't have had that big of a run that we did. So I appreciate him doing that and everybody behind him. But yeah, everybody just spread out off turn 2. I just put my car 4 wide, and then I had a pretty big run on Dan because he was so far out. So I just went bottom in 3, and it was pretty solid from there, I guess.
Yeah, crazy restart. I mean, that was a first. I've seen a lot of stuff happen here throughout all the promotions here the last couple of years, but I have yet to see, a green-white-checkered finish end like that. I mean, it was right off the restart. I mean, you're involved, but I mean, it's pure netcode there between you and all those leaders up front. Everyone's morphing into each other's rear bumpers there. I mean, nothing any of you guys could do, any differently there. Unfortunately for Wyatt Gray, I mean, he pays the biggest price, but, it's just unfortunate it ended like that for those guys. But, luckily for you, were able to come out of that unscathed and to get the victory lane again here tonight. So, hey, man, SummerSlam's coming, and you'll be able to defend that belt here this summer. And until then, anyone you want to thank or shout out here tonight?
I appreciate Cody for staying in line, and Dan for always keeping it clean, and you guys for broadcasting, and James Wagner for his continued sponsorship. I appreciate you guys.
All right, Malik. Well, we'll see you again here shortly, man. Appreciate it. Go celebrate here tonight.
All right. Thank you, man.
Malik Ray gets the victory lane. We got the results here on the screen for our viewers. He will go to victory lane. Daniel Falkingham comes in a cool P2 here tonight as Nathan Harper rounds out the podium positions. Dylan Jones in 4th, Axel Smith 5th, Hunter Hastings 6th, Brock Westmoreland 7th, Cody Niegels 8th, Tyler Vickery 9th, and Austin Johnson, a surprise here in the top 10. In 11th here tonight, Josh McCullough, Wyatt Gray in 12th, Jared Haynes 13th, Sterling Thess 14th, Mark Von Dell 15th, Danny Barnes 16th, Jeremy Osborne 17th, Trevin Ashmanoff in 18th. In 19th here tonight, that'll go to Garrett Caswell and Zakir, guy, I'm going to pronounce it wrong again. We'll just say Cartledge for this time. He finishes in 20th. David Flanagan 21st here tonight, Chris McCullough 22nd, Casey Sprinkle 23rd, Matt Warhol 24th, Heath Job 25th, Steve Sizemore 26th, Chase Mistretta 27th, Brian Hennings 28th, Terry Wilson 29th, Michael Wingo finishes in 30th. Ken McCullough Jr. 31st, Tim White 32nd, James Wagner 33rd. I believe he did not make the field here tonight. Scott Hodge as well didn't make the field. Evan Carlbon and myself up here in the tower. John Ward did not make the field as well. So, hey, anyways, everyone pretty much on this race list donated in some capacity to the cause here tonight. And that was what we were ultimately racing for, is Danny Barnes' son, as this benefit race meant all the world to him and his family. We appreciate Heath Job, Trevin Ashford giving us this idea to race for this cause here tonight. As you see, if you're watching this back, the GoFundMe link here in the bottom left-hand portion of your screen. And that'll be open, I believe, all week long for any donations, if you can, to be made to the family. We appreciate everyone watching here tonight and joining in on the chat. I appreciate Evan Carlbon, Race Control, and everyone else here that supported the cause. We'll see you again here next week for the PGR Light Series on Monday night, followed by RMR's Tuesday Night Thunder Tuesday, R&R's Championship Series finale on Wednesday, and back here a week from tonight for the PGR Intimidator Superspeedway Series, as the last race of the second quarter will be put on. So SummerSlam approaching, first weekend of August. Those signups will be up here in a couple days. For myself, Michael Triscaro at PGR Esports, we're signing off. Good night to all.